Millie? Millie? As you can see today, it's really cold. Lots of fog. Hopefully, we're going to be having a good look over the Ferguson and seeing what jobs we need to do. Here she is again. Let's get the bonnet up and start at the front. First thing to note, obviously, she's a TED20 petrol paraffin. Bought it about 2.5–3 years ago. Been sat for probably 7 years before I got her running. Previous owners painted it, and needs a bit of a tidy up, to be fair. But everything works as far as I can see. Front tyres have been replaced, but there's some light cracking between the treads. Rear tyres are good, really good, hardly touched. I think when she's running, we've got a slight leak from this coolant hose up here, and also the water pump, as well as the thermostat housing. So coolant system definitely needs some attention. I would like to get a new radiator at some point, just to be on the safe side, because I think that's full of all sorts of crud. Look at that, full of brown goodness. The clutch definitely wants some attention, because that's one out of adjustment. Another thing I've noticed when running is it feels like the bearing at the top of the steering column is dry. So I think I'm going to have to pull that apart and have a look at that. I've also got some minor movement in this drag link ball joint here. Obviously the gate is shot. And this front one, the gator is split and obviously leaking grease. That's had a rebuilt carb on at some point. I've put a new dynamo and basically a whole new electric system on this, including an electronic distributor from Walkaround. Absolutely great thing to fit. Starts perfect as well, even on the handle, and easy to fit. I do need to fit another starter switch just down there. I've got one of them to go on, but I think I'll leave that till I strip everything off to paint it. Moving around the back of the machine, there isn't really too much of an issue with this. I've got a rear hub seal gone, as you can see there. I think what I'm going to do is, rather than fit an original type, I'm going to fit a Sure Seal, which I've got from Walkaround. Damn it, too much of a job to fit, to be fair. And also, this top link bush is basically non-existent, so I've got a new one of those to go on. And the other thing is, there is a crack in the seat. As you can see, it sits on the piss. Not only is she cracked, she's rusted and a bit thin, so going to fit a new one of those. And last year I fitted a new washer and cover on here because this was completely disintegrated. Obviously this was seized on, as they normally do. I've got obviously a pickup hitch to go on there. One thing I have noticed is when she's running at idle, the charging light sometimes flickers, especially when you just start her up. I think what I'm going to end up doing is adjusting the dynamo control box. That'll be an interesting video to see. hopefully next time we'll have a video on checking the levels, greasing them up, and starting her up on petrol and switching over to paraffin when warm.